What is going on, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Yesa Blesso, back again with another Premiere Pro editing tutorial video. And today, guys, I'm going to be teaching you a bunch of different things. How to put clips onto the timeline. I'm going to be teaching you how to trim those clips, the different tools that we can use in Premiere Pro. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Okay, it's gone. How to set the in and out points for your clips, how to export your video, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. So in the past video, we set our sequence, we put a clip in, right? Set our sequence settings to edit for videos shooting for 60 frames per second. I shot this gimbal footage at 60 frames per second, so we want the sequence to match that speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in clips into the timeline. But first thing we need to do is to pre-trim the clips in the source window right over here. So to do that, we can just double click any clip that we have, and we're going to just use this little guitar pick to scrub through the video. Now, the reason why we want to pre-edit the clip is because we can cut out junk faster and it will make our editing job way more smoother. So we don't need this beginning part. This whole clip is like 6 seconds long, but because for my video I'm going to slow-mo it, I just need a couple of seconds in the clip to slow-mo to make a 5-second clip, because when you slow-mo a video, it adds seconds to the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take out the juicy part, and let's do right over here where there's a lot of movement. Press the I key to set your end point, and I'm going to cut it right when my friend Anthony throws up the deuces. Boom. And we're going to hit the O key to set the out point. And what this is going to do is it's only going to take the part of the video that we set the in and out point for, and that is what we're going to place on the timeline. So we can drag directly from the source window into the timeline just like that. And now we can press enter to render our video and play it from the beginning. Let's do that right now. Alright, a good clip. So now let's do that for the second one, and for the sake of the video, let's just drag the whole thing onto the canvas. Now this clip is way too long, and you see we want to cut this part out because it's me not knowing how to use a camera, right? So what we can do is we can trim the video with the move tool selected. We can drag the beginning of the video inward just like this, and let's scrub to the back right over here. We don't need this back part, so let's trim the video just like that. And two ways we can move this clip and snap it to this clip. We can move it just like this, or pro tip, we can select the empty space between the clips and hit backspace, and that will bring the clip to the other side of the timeline. So now we got our two clips down. Right now I'm going to slow-mo these videos. I don't know whether or not that's going to be a requirement for this activity, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to teach you guys how to slow-mo. An important thing to make note of when you slow-mo a video is whether this certain box is selected, and you'll see it right over here. So we're going to go to right-click the clip, hit speed and duration, and you have to make sure that this button is turned on. If this button is not turned on and you lower the clip speed to 40%, the clip is not going to expand to the duration that's laid out in the right over here. It's going to keep the same time that of the size the clip is. So I'm going to show you right now. Here's me slow-moing the video without ripple edit, and the clip length stays the same, right, about 2 seconds, right? And then here's me editing, here's me slowing down the video by 40% with ripple edit on, and it expands the clip based off of the percentage that you slow motion it by. So if you play it, right, it's longer. It depends on what you're doing. I generally like to leave ripple edit on because I like to keep the whole clip slow mode and just do some trimming over here. So this clip is a little bit too long for my liking, but it is an establishing clip, so we can leave it long. Let's just do that for this clip. Right click the clip, speed and duration, 40%. Now this clip is way too long, so we're going to trim this down. We're going to trim it to about 5 seconds. So right now I'm running into a problem of the snapping. So by default, snapping is turned on, and that's indicated by this little magnet right here. To turn snapping off so it doesn't snap to the scrubber or other clips, you can press the icon or hit the hotkey S to turn it off or on. So we're going to turn it off so it doesn't snap, so we can get it to exactly 5 seconds. All right. Last but not least, so we're going to add music to this. I'm going to put this song right over here, this lo-fi song. Just going to drag and drop it onto the timeline. And one thing to make note of when you're putting in songs is they're going to be super loud. So you can tell that by the audio meter right over here. If you see this red bar lighting up, that means the song is way too loud, and it's going to hurt your viewers' ears. So to lower it, we're going to right click the clip, and we're going to go to audio gain, and we're going to adjust the gain by, let's see, click that, and we can drag the number. We can either click and add and type in the number, or we can drag to the left by clicking that, after clicking that box. And we're going to lower it by about 10 decibels, so it's not too loud. All right, and so if there's a song, if there's a part of the song that you really like maybe the bass dropping, or someone starts rapping, right, you can set a point for that to help you with editing. So I think there's something that happens right over here as indicated by the audio levels. So we're going to set a marker there so we know to put a really nice clip to hard cut right at the bass drop, and we can do that by adding a marker right over here. Make sure you know where you're putting your marker. If you have a clip highlighted, the marker will go on the clip. If you don't have any clips highlighted, the marker will go up here on the timeline, but I want to add it to the timeline. I don't like markers on my clips. You can also use the hotkey M to do so. All right, so what you guys are going to do is you're going to edit this video. This is going to be full of clips, right? I'm not going to edit the video on camera for you. It's going to take way too long. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to export. So pretend that this video is done. I have a bunch of clips in here. I'm ready to export. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Export, and we're going to go to Media. All right, now what's very important is to have the correct format. So in your export settings window, under export settings, right, you do not want to match the sequence settings. This is different from the export settings. We want our video to have the best quality it can get at the smallest file size. And the best format for that is H.264. And this export format is used by television and movies. I think mostly television, to export their shows, so they're not gigantic files on hard drives. So we're going to go and hit H.264, and everything else should be good. We don't need to touch anything else. And just to double check that our video is exporting to the correct place, we can click our output name. You can also rename your file right over here. We're going to name this Boba Final Video Mr. Wanda-san. And we want to make sure it's exporting to the correct folder. And from what I can tell, it is not exporting to the right folder, so we're going to go ahead and go to the right folder by going to our desktop and hitting Boba Project 1 and hitting Open and saving it there. And just after that's all done, we can go ahead and hit Export, and it's going to export a video for us. And that's about it, guys. Once you're done exporting, you're going to want to open the video file up, make sure there's no editing errors, no rendering or exporting errors, no glitches or anything like that. If there is, you are going to have to re-export. But that's about it. We're going to learn more about Premiere. Premiere is such a powerful video editing program, way better than iMovie. And believe me when I tell you that we're going to be doing some crazy stuff on Premiere. But with that said, that's about it, guys. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I post my videos. Buy my merch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.